The Underground Railroad is a big part of America's history. We all know the stories of black civil rights activists like Harriet Tubman and Frederick Douglass. But the stories of freedom seekers who came through Illinois are not as well known.
A group of historians and educators are now working together to get those stories recognized and preserved, particularly at a time when efforts to erase black history are increasing. Recently, under the Trump administration, the National Park Service removed an exhibit in Philadelphia about 9 people enslaved by George Washington. But work to return that exhibit is now underway after a ruling by a federal judge. The Trump administration has appealed that decision. And this photo showing an enslaved man scarred back from whippings was removed from a national monument in Georgia.
In Louisiana, funding was cut for the Whitney Plantation, the only plantation in the state exclusively focused on the history of slavery. President Trump has also ordered a review of 8 Smithsonian museums, including the National Museum of African American History and Culture, for what he calls negative history. As these efforts to censor America's history continue, Audrina Sinclair shows us how a few are fighting to elevate freedom seekers and make sure we never forget.
I found how instrumental Illinois had been and just pivotal in so many things. I just felt that, everyone in Illinois should just really know the significance of our state, not only in our state, but, nationally.
If you study Illinois' history, certain moments and people are often mentioned. Abraham Lincoln, the Great Chicago Fire, to name a couple. But one part that isn't so well documented is the history of the Underground Railroad in Illinois.
That freedom seekers traveled all over Illinois, and people responded all over Illinois.
According to the National Park Service, which keeps a record of Network to Freedom sites, there are 28 locations in Illinois with proven ties to the Underground Railroad. That list includes places like Graceland Cemetery and the Ton Farm site, both in Chicago. While these sites are a critical part of our history, it seems they're a small collection of pieces to a much larger story.
We found at least 429 places in Illinois that were directly connected to the Underground Railroad.
A group of academics throughout the state are now working together to identify and share the courageous journeys of African Americans escaping slavery.
We think the real story are the freedom seekers, the people who were daring enough to escape from slavery.
They call themselves the Illinois Network to Freedom Collective, a group of historians, researchers, and educators. We caught up with a few members one afternoon at the St. Charles History Museum.
We're here to gather information, try to make things accessible and available to the public to really remember and to honor the freedom seekers and the people that put their lives on the line for this.
Here in Kane County, museum curator and archivist Eric Krupa took us to the Joseph Bartlett Farm, which was recently added to the National Park Service's list as a safe house. This farm was discovered to be a stop on the journey of 2 freedom seekers known as Eliza and Celia Grayson.
This site is actually where Celia and Eliza were taken to.
Krupa tells us there's evidence connecting another home in St. Charles to that same story, and he's now working to get this home nationally recognized as well. The group identifies these sites and stories by analyzing written records and oral history.
So to begin with, this is all illegal. So what we have to do is find all kinds of ways to get into the information. And so we end up with family records, with church records, with census records.
So there's a lot of oral history. There's a lot of family documentation.
And so it's bringing a whole variety of sources together.
Gathering evidence and documentation, it's a big part of the collective's work, but the other purpose is public education. That means getting this history into libraries, museums, and schools.
It's getting the resources, the imagery, the narratives, the stories, those things that help students and teachers come alive in classrooms, that bring those feelings up in classrooms.
There are efforts going on around the state, and having the commission will help us pull those efforts together in terms of developing curriculum, developing standards and guidelines.
The group hopes that education can lead to progress in the ongoing fight for civil rights.
So the Underground Railroad is an important aspect of the past, but we have to embrace the legacy of the freedom seekers all the way through the current time we live in today.
Since we've arrived here, we've always found ways to build new home place, to build new lives, to resist that oppression. And I hope to bring those legacies and those memories to folks who might not have them, because we exist in a time and place right now where it seems like the world is literally on fire. We really need these moments to reconcile the past and what the past might mean for the future.
The collective came together about a year ago, but historians Glennette Turner and Larry McClellan have been doing this work for decades. For them, seeing this all come together now provides hope.
And part of why we're so excited about the new collaborative and the new conferences is that really is completing the work that we started so long ago.
And I'm 92 years old, and I knew I wouldn't live forever, and just be able to continue this. It's just so encouraging. It just means everything is going to be in good hands going forward.
92 and still doing such good work. Well, the collective started this project on its own, but last summer, the state passed the Illinois Freedom Trails Commission Act, aimed at exploring, researching, and commemorating the journeys of freedom seekers. A few members helped draft the legislation and are working with the state. The official commission will be appointed by the governor.